are the panelists. They're going to be hitting you with the question. And I got to tell you, you're wrong. And so you guys are, I wish you all luck. Anyway, give us about a 2-minute answer. And Debbie Yo is our timekeeper, and Chris is helping her. Deb's our director in Ocean City, and Chris is the co-director. Tom Greto, the candidate for the state senate.
Good evening. I wanted to address something because I'll tell you what, I'm a little upset. There's been a lot of articles in the paper. My lawyer, Barry Cohen, is working on it right now. It's in litigation. You know, I like to talk about the issues. I don't want to talk about my life 15 years ago. But I'm going to tell you something. That's about 80% false and about 20% true. The other good part that they didn't say was this. For 15 years I fought to turn my life around. I said I was a fighter from the beginning. I said no peer pressure, no public scorn is going to affect me or bend me. Because that's what you need in Trenton. You need a fighter. You don't need somebody who's never been through anything. I've been to hell and back, especially the last 2 weeks. Not because of me, because of my family. I've been in touch with Larry Truly, a lot of people. Okay, I know the Tea Party's upset, so be it. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I got involved with school literacy, member of the PTA. I'm a member of my St. John Newman Parish, been there for years. I turned my life around. So I don't want to hear all this about my life. This isn't about me. I paid my debt. This is about District 1. We're $11 billion in debt in the state of New Jersey. We just hit the debt ceiling. And we got our president over there talking, he's in Ireland. All he does is travel. This is the problem with this country. I'm going to tell you something right now. We need fighters. You put me in Trenton, okay? I'll debate Van Drew anywhere. They already brought the stuff up about me. I don't think they can bring anything else, unless they want to bring up when I was in first grade. I punched the kid in the mouth to get his lunch money. Maybe they'll bring that up. You know? They never bring my service up. Honorably discharged. I fought for my country. Okay? They never brought that up. They never brought I raised 4 stepchildren. They didn't bring up I raised 3 children right now. They want to bring up all my past. Good. And if the people want to vote for me June 7th, and that's why we're running. We're running because we want the people to vote. I don't want a committee to choose someone. I want the people to vote June 7th. If they accept me, I'm going to Trenton because I'll beat Van Drew. I'll say it from the beginning. I'm not going to get scared like some candidate that got out because he got threatened. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anymore. I tell it like it is, folks. And that's Troy Ferris I'm talking about, got threatened by somebody. They can't threaten me. So they had to write junk in the paper that's wrong. But it's going to be in litigation. Beth DeFalco, Jim from Washington, D.C. I don't know who put it out, but I'm going to come to the bottom of this. Have a nice day.
Questions for Tom Greto. What can you do as a legislator to help banks free up funds for local businesses and new entrepreneurs?
I addressed this before many times in Wildwood, Summers Point. I feel that we would have to take the small businesses that you're referring to. I would take them to banks and hopefully with their resume, whatever they had, their business acumen, get them a loan. I would go with them personally. I think that's what has to be done because if small business does not grow, our country is going to be in such deep trouble. We're never going to get out of it because they employ 70% of the employment. A lot of people don't know that. 70%, probably in this area, 80%. So you have to take them to the banks. It's not going to be easy. And you have to try to get them loans so they can get their business moving again, rehire. And this is how employment's going to start. And then the economy will start to straighten out. When people are working, spending money, retail stores are going to make more money. It's a domino effect. So that's what I would do.
This question is for Dave Deweese. Are you willing to impeach judges who rule on using foreign law, in particular Sharia law? Would you be willing to impeach a judge who uses Sharia law or enforces it in our country?
Having been a judge for 22 years, I guess this is an appropriate question for me. I guess it's going to be on a case-by-case basis. I don't think you can say generally. Excuse me. I'm not used to people laughing at me when I'm talking. It's on a case-by-case basis. I don't think you can say across the board, generally, that, yes, I'm going to definitely vote to impeach. It would depend on the circumstances of that particular case, the actions of that particular judge in that case, whether it would warrant impeachment or not. I don't think you can just say a general statement across the board that, yes, I'm going to impeach, or no, I wouldn't. It has to be on a case-by-case basis. Thank you.
As a legislature, how will you force judges to adhere to the Constitution as it was written, as it was written?
For impeachment. While we're on the subject of impeachment, when we're sworn in, we'll swear an oath before God to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of New Jersey. A white paper produced by the Intelligence Department for the Bush administration as an analysis of Islam. The bottom line of that was that it's akin to sedition. For a judge in New Jersey to be ruling in his court based on Sharia law is sedition. I would move that for that judge to be impeached.
I take my children every Sunday to church. A lot of times they don't want to go. Let's go. Come on. Get a burger afterwards and go. I think showing good example. People aren't doing that today. The parental guidance is very poor. And as Pete said, the morals are gone down, and then anything goes, and then we're in the shape we're in America, we're morally bankrupt. Besides, spiritually and financially. I think that's the problem. And one other thing I wanted to go on that Sharia law. If I become state senator, if I win June 7th, and I win November 8th, I will be against Sharia law all the way. It disrespects women. It wouldn't be one-on-one basis. I would put a bill together and implement it the first day I'm there, because that Sharia law is baloney. If you read about it, there's no case by case. It's one simple thing. KISS, keep it simple, stupid, cut Sharia law completely at the knees. One sentence. No Planned Parenthood. If I get in, it will be completely eliminated unless funded by private corporations.
To have banks free up funds for local businesses and new entrepreneurs.
Well, that's easy. It's an easy question. Governor Christie, if you saw his release a couple of days ago, I don't know if anybody saw it, it was in Cape May Herald. He already initiated something. I wouldn't do what he did. I would do something different. I'll tell you what I would do. He has a plan to lend $48,000 to people on foreclosure. I know it's not business. Your question was about businesses?
Local businesses.
Yes. What I would do is what he proposed on homeownership, if they were behind in their mortgage, he proposed to give them $48,000, zero interest over a 120-month period or something like that. It's ridiculous. What I would do in small business, I would lend them money at 1% over prime. Okay? Give them the money and first check their credit, if they're around 650, 700, whatever, lend them the money, give them a shot to start. And that's what I would do.